Hello Raiders, Bionic here with another video on the events in Raid Shadow Legends. Hopefully you guys have watched the last two about the summoning and the champion training events. This one, however, will cover the Artifact Enhancement, Arena Medals, and Dungeon Divers events. The idea once again is to maximize those free rewards, so this video will explain how to do so. I will mention right away though that these are a lot harder to complete than the other two. In fact, I don't even try to complete them because I would need to spend gems or real money to do so. I guess it depends on how you badly need those epic skill tomes because yes, once again, that is what we are after. A very valuable reward regardless of if you are a free-to-play player like myself or not. So let's jump right in. First off, the Artifact Enhancement event. You gain points for upgrading the level of your artifacts, the most rewarding being the level 13 to 16 range at 20 points each, but also the less likely to succeed, followed by the level 9 to 12 range at 3 points each, and then level 5 to 8 at 1 point each. So guys, there is no real strategy to this one other than accumulating lots of silver. Question is, how much would you actually need to complete it? Well, I achieved 460 points out of 3,000 during my last two attempts, and I spent roughly 5 to 6 million silver to do so. So if we do the math, we are looking at very roughly 6 to 7 times that amount, which is 35 to 40 million silver, and there is no way you can buy that amount with gems. In my opinion, this event is simply too hard to complete on a regular basis, and therefore I would suggest that you guys aim for the first 320 to 460 points and at least get a rare skill tome and a 5-star epic offense artifact, especially if you are free to play. So let me know what you guys think about the difficulty of this event. Would you guys actually skip a couple of these in order to accumulate all that silver? Alright, the second event I will cover in this video is the Arena Medals, where you gain points for each medal you win in PvP. Unfortunately, this does not offer any skill tomes, but it does have a void shard if you can complete it. Also, unfortunately, it favors the players in the gold tier because you get 4 points per gold medal versus 2 points for each silver medal and 1 point for each bronze. So don't be surprised if you guys don't progress very far during this event, especially in the beginning. I will point out that you actually would want to be in silver tier 4 rather than gold tier 1 because each win would net you more points. Now if we do some quick math, you will notice that even if you were in gold tier 4, you would get 16 points for each win and you would need 188 wins in 3 days to complete the event. So unless you are certain you would win all your battle, which means using up all your tokens, which is 5 from daily quests, 10 from playtime reward, and assuming roughly 15 per day from regeneration, so let's say 30 tokens per day times 3 for a total of 90 tokens or battles, you would need a little bit more than double that amount, which is only possible by spending gems on token refills, 10 to be exact, which means 400 gems. Therefore, this is another event that I suggest you guys do your best and get the rewards that you can. So, what do you guys think? Should they reduce the total amount of points needed for this one? It feels impossible to complete for the average player. Lastly, on to the third event, Dungeon Divers or Looting Artifacts. You get a different amount of points for each ranks of looted gear. 15 for rank 5s, 10 for 4s, 5 for 3s, 2 for 2s, and 1 for 1. If you are a beginner player, then you will most likely want to farm the highest stage of the campaign you can, either for gear you actually need, or the best XP return, or the best XP and silver return. In other words, brutal if you can, or hard if you can't handle it yet. If, however, you are strong enough, I suspect you will want to farm level 10 plus dungeons because only rank 4 and 5 gear can drop instead of 3, 4, and 5 from the brutal campaign. I cannot yet confirm if this is a better method though because I haven't tried farming dungeons during the event. The energy cost of 12 per run versus 8 per run might not be worth it. This event is a little easier than the last two as I've been able to achieve 1800 points and 1500 points rewards by farming the brutal campaign with just the usual energy refill, which is the daily and overnight regenerations, daily refills, and the energy from the event itself. You will notice that in the latest event, they reduced the total amount of points needed to complete it from 4,000 to 3,000 points, which is great. Alright, so let's do a A little bit more math. I get roughly 660 energy a day at level 50, which is 1 overnight regeneration, 2.5 daily regenerations, and 2 refills. 1 refill from the daily quest and 1 from the 1-hour login. Add to this the extra 100 you get from the event itself, and that adds up to roughly 2100 energy over 3 days during this event. Therefore, at an average of 1650 points for 2100 energy, I am getting roughly 0.8 points per energy spent. So, if I would want to complete this event, I would need another 1350 points, which would translate to 1690 energy, which is impossible unless you spend a considerable amount of gems on refills, 14 to be exact, which means 560 gems. Although they reduce the amount of points needed to complete it like the other 2 events, I would suggest you guys aim for at least the 1100 points reward, which is an ancient shard. So guys, this video was a little bit longer than the other 2 because it covered the last 3 events, but I hope you guys have learned a thing or 2. My math might be off as I do not have a large pool of data points to accurately calculate my efficiency, but at least you should get a rough idea as to what is needed to complete these 3 events. Let me know what you guys think about these 3 and if you agree that the summoning and champion training events are much easier to complete. Again, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more. Later guys.